This is not a serious podcast.
Welcome everybody to the Band Boys Podcast, episode number 1. I'm joined today here by myself, Nick. We're here with Peter.
Hey, I'm Peter. I'm Field Commander.
Chaz, Raymond.
I'm Raymond. I play mellophone.
I'm pointing at Sean.
Hi.
And Matt.
I'm baritone section leader.
He's baritone section leader. So today I felt... What?
He's not baritone.
Peter's not... Peter's
I thought you weren't supposed to eat in a recording studio.
Oh my
You're
god.
also not supposed to be a baritone section leader when you're not.
Wait, hey.
Sean's
Okay,
high,
are you-
so he said it.
Yeah, sure.
He said hi.
Alright, so today I have some questions for you guys. First of all, Peter, what do you do in band?
Nothing. He's pointless.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to chew on a cookie here. I'm not supposed to be eating.
Alright. Raymond, what do you do?
I make the band fun, unlike everybody else here. I like to add a little flair to every practice, as in...
He's a little fruity.
I'm not a little fruity, I wouldn't say, but I would say that I do like having fun, and I'm not very serious.
And what's your
unlike some
favorite
of my
color?
counterparts. Black, only because...
Sean.
I didn't even get... I didn't even
What
get
do you
to
do in
explain
band,
that.
Sean?
You're next.
Brass section. I'm in charge of them, so brass captain, sir. That is
What
me.
instrument do you play?
I play the trumpet, so pretty epic.
Alright, that's pretty cool. So Matt,
Yeah.
I think somebody who legitimately wants to practice their musical instrument has now one
Yeah,
less sound room
If
to
they
use.
walk in, we're just gonna say this is a class project.
I
so.
mean, yeah. Matt, what kind of class project will we say this is?
A social experiment on like how the slower kids can get in a room and what happens when they start talking.
Dude,
Let's talk about
what are we gonna talk about?
the ways that we can make band more fun.
Oh my god, no. Let's
Because
All right, let's talk about
everyone here does
how
not like
let's
having-
talk about
how
what we're gonna
bad
talk about. Let's talk
school
about it.
is.
All right, so I went on Instagram and my 3 followers answered some questions.
You're welcome.
That's not true. I have 103 followers.
Wow,
Oh,
103.
shit.
And a total of like. All right.
That's weak.
Okay.
And like
What?
400
I'm
posts.
disappointed.
Yeah, well, I don't have an Instagram, so I think we have an infinite amount of followers.
Pizza
Everybody
weeb.
subscribe to Peter's
Pizza
YouTube
weeb,
channel.
Yeah.
All right,
Link in
I'm
the description.
making a
Why
Instagram
did
for
you-
Pete during this podcast, so if you're listening live, be sure to follow.
If you're listening live.
Live.
This is going on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
someday,
No, it's
someday
going
this
on
pod-
Instagram.
someday the Band Boys podcast is gonna be so big that there's gonna be live listeners, and we're gonna say follow Pete's Instagram. And
Anyways,
Pete's Instagram is gonna
I have
hundreds
questions,
of thousands of
But it won't be
followers.
my
All right,
Instagram.
Let's start the
Sean,
questions.
yeah.
Because Sean wanted me to send them ahead of time, but don't worry, I have special bonus questions.
So special.
So first one,
False.
Yes.
it's who should have been field commander last year? That was by Jackson, aka a former senior.
AKA a former senior. Wow.
All right, so that was
No,
there's
you
literally
said
only one
Peter.
person.
You didn't say Sean.
I did say Peter, so shut the hell up, Sean.
My name
Yeah,
is now
shut the hell
Peter, and his
Okay,
name is
Sean.
Sean.
All right.
I bet you think you're sweet wearing your Kairos necklace, like you're some kind of cool guy who's in sync with God. Kairos. Okay. Anyways, who do I think should have been field commander last year?
Yeah.
I think Juicy J should have stayed back for another year.
Yeah,
instead of going to
Juicy
college.
J. I agree.
That'd have been kind of cute. You know, do some sword flips. I would have been on board with that. Also, I think either me or Chaz would have been great fits for field commander, just having like the first non-senior field commanders.
Yeah.
Chaz because nobody would take him seriously, so band would be fun. And
Exactly.
and
that actually hurts.
This is my point, people. Band should be more fun. Not that band isn't fun, but I'm trying to move band in a direction that it becomes more fun.
thank you.
Without taking away the seriousness.
And
There's a piano here, by the way. Okay, moving on. So this is an actual question. Why do you guys practice if you already know the songs? So, if you didn't know, we're on the field every day after school, except when it's not actually every day. We practice the show on a baseball field, and it's the same thing every
Wait, you
week.
should probably explain that. They're gonna
Okay,
think that.
so-
we're
Okay,
just
so
marching
basically-
All
around.
right,
basically-
so the dugout
Sean,
is
go.
the end line, and we march on top of it.
And
That's
also,
not-
that's
that's
like,
not-
no,
Okay,
they're painted
so here's
lines.
the thing: A, we don't know the music, and B, they don't practice. So
Alright, this-
there's both parts of your question answered.
I don't
Pete
think
doesn't
people
know the
really-
music because he doesn't have to play his instrument.
I
So
know
basically,
the
in the
cues.
outfield, we painted part of a football field, so like the 30 to the 30.
This is not the question.
This is
but-
not Matt.
Oh
I
god.
just slapped this eye. I wanted to get the full experience.
Wait, we should probably mention. We should mention that everyone here except for Matt is an upperclassman.
That's
Yeah.
true. Matt's a sophomore.
That hurts.
Raymond and I are juniors. Peter and Sean are
Sean's
seniors.
Hey.
And freshmen aren't allowed.
Freshmen
so
are not allowed.
That's a
No,
joke.
freshmen get no say in the band.
That's absolutely
Okay.
true.
That's something that we could discuss.
It's funny because
Right.
alumni have more say than
All right.
Hey guys, quick question. Why do we need to practice if we know our music? Someone
So-
want to answer that?
Because
please?
we
Okay,
don't
here's
know our
why.
music.
Yeah, it's because I think
no one
peop-
knows the
I don't
music.
think people understand how hard. Okay, this is gonna sound bad, but I think Marchman is a lot harder than some people think because
Yeah,
when you're
I agree.
when you're looking at it from above, it's just like a shape. You're like, oh, I can just like trace out that shape. But because like Marching Man is such a weird, obscure thing,
Yeah.
Basically, it comes from like
there's a bunch of people
Japan.
just staring at us in the window right now. Okay,
There's our-
Subscribe to nickname.
it's hard. It's hard to.
That's what she said.
There's gonna there what we do have live watchers. You can't.
Yeah, we
see
do
this.
have live viewers. It's just
So,
not anybody that's actually.
Yeah, because like it's not like Marching Man would be a lot easier if you could walk wherever you're going, but you have to like
March.
walk backwards or like walk to the right,
Your horn always has to be facing the.
and you're
sideline,
playing
so it's
memorized music. So there's a lot of like
A lot
tiny
goes. A lot more
factors
goes into it
that makes it hard.
That would make it. There's a lot of factors that go into it that you don't realize that would make it seem a lot worse from the viewer had we not.
it's not like that
Effectively.
hard. It's just like well, I guess
she said.
There's a lot of attention to detail.
Okay, let's just pause and reflect on what just happened. So we're recording at our high school.
yeah.
We are in
Don't
a-
tell anybody.
We're in a
Yeah,
practice
It's a
room.
secret.
We're in a practice room, and there's a door with a window in it, and so you can see people who see in. That's how a window works.
It's a two-way window.
So-
That's how
you,
window
Sean.
works.
High five. Yeah.
Wait,
That's how it
ASMR high
works.
five. All right, so we're just recording, and then we just look over, and a freshman. This is why they don't get any say in the band. A
Has his
freshman
hand out of his zipper.
sticks his
shaking
hand through a
someone's
zipper and
else's
is shaking someone else's hand.
So it looks like it's a penis.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
That's
Yeah.
cut. That's cut.
Okay.
All right, so
Back to band.
with band, like, it's good because the reason we practice is we always have to work on small things that get messed up. So you have some people who don't know their stuff as well.
That's what she said.
Okay, that
Peter,
joke
do you wanna-
is running
Peter's
its
getting
So-
kicked out.
There will be an
I just
episode
studied
2 coming out
physics.
soon, and it will be everyone except Peter in the podcast.
I just studied
It will be
physics
higher
anyways,
quality.
guys.
Okay, wait. So
By practicing, it's just like with any sport or activity. By practicing, you get better.
I have a good analogy for this.
Yeah, go.
So
Please.
say if the football players practice running the plays every single day after school, but they never practice hitting. They never practice getting hit or hitting other people. So they knew how to throw the ball, they knew how to catch the ball, they knew how to run. But once they stepped onto the field, they would get demolished by the other team because the other team would be so much more physical than them. That would be just as if we didn't say practice marching with our horns to the sideline. It would make us look a lot worse, but you wouldn't think, oh, that would make us look a lot worse. So there's a lot of attention to small details that people don't realize go into band, but that actually do go into band.
So can I just like entertain like a small thought here for a second?
Go, Peter.
What if this question was just a joke? Because it's kind of obviously.
No,
you
they
practice
said in
their
parentheses
music.
this is a legitimate question.
Who has the question?
Dennis, my friend, he's on varsity.
Joe.
Varsity
Joe.
Varsity marching band.
He's on varsity marching.
No, he's on the
Dennis-
football team. That we
Marching
play for.
band is not a sport.
Like, wait, he's on the football team, really?
By the way, marching man is not a sport. If
No,
you
I
think
know.
marching man,
No.
marching man is
No.
not a
No.
sport, it's
no,
not.
you want to know why it's not a sport?
Because it's
Because
not
at the beginning of
Because
the year,
it's offensive to people who play sport.
Here-
Yeah, I agree.
that's
I agree.
true. Here's why. At the beginning of the season, if we practice and we do our warm-ups and then we run a lap around the football field, people should be able to make a full lap around the football field
But they
for it to be
can't.
called a sport.
But they can't.
But they
And they
and they
mostly,
should be able to do it
most-
without breaking their collarbone.
Okay.
Okay, so coming from the only varsity athlete in the room, because I just have that big dick energy.
Peter, what
Yeah,
varsity
Peter-
sports do you play?
Peter
Swimming.
plays varsity.
No, I'm just
You
asking
play
for the
swimming.
audience. Peter plays swimming.
Yeah, I got a district qualifier in the 500 freestyle, so I'm varsity for.
Which means
for our
nothing.
school. Thank you. I think the issue. I think the issue with marching band not being a sport is that there's literally no physical activity whatsoever. Like the drumline and the Sousa's, their backs, I guess, get kind of tired sometimes. Like,
Sousa's
that
are
doesn't even-
tubas, by the way.
That doesn't even count. That doesn't
but
even
like,
count.
that's nothing. Like
Holding your arms at
Well-
a certain angle does not count as physical activity on par with
Okay.
literally with sprinting. Like if you're in track, for an example, that could be considered a sport.
Okay.
You're literally sprinting for hours at a time after school.
Yeah.
That is nothing compared to what
But
we do.
But DCI is different.
We're not talking about
Shut the
DCI.
fuck up!
Well, shut about
DCI is
DCI.
basically marching band at a high level.
Wait, what's
DCI.
DCI
Okay,
is
DCI
professional.
Okay, Matt
marching.
Yeah,
thinks that he's going to
it's-
be in Drum
No,
Corps
okay,
International.
it's Drum Corps International. It's basically like
Why are we entertaining this thought?
It's
This
like-
is not
because
has
this
nothing to
video
do
is
with-
sponsored by Gatorade Fuel Bond.
It's basically you pay like $5,000 to die over the summer doing marching band every single day for like 8 hours.
I mean,
But
but
it's-
the band director made me go to drum major camp when I got that. So
Which
Wait,
is what I'm going to be
wait,
doing
wait,
this
wait,
summer.
yeah, it was actually pretty sweet.
I did not know
Although
that.
everybody there was like way more nerdy than everybody in this band. And like at the end, there's
Which is
just one
good.
thing where like after we finished, we all had to like link arms and then like we're like going side to side and singing Country Road, even though that meme had been dead for like
That meme has been dead for a while.
Wait, I
yeah,
can
like the West Virginia thing. Yeah. And like everybody else was doing it. I was like, I don't want to do this. Like started like slowly walk away. And then people started giving me the nasty eyes. I just kind of like dashed.
Here's the
through my
thing.
door.
Here's the thing.
Alright, I'm done.
When I was a freshman, remember we would sing that on the bus all the time? That was the height of the meme.
Jesus.
And you went to drum major camp
mhm.
this past summer.
Mhm.
So
That's
I can
cringe.
only assume that those people,
2 years.
those people, I think that we should explain for the people listening to the podcast the difference between our band and most bands.
So
Oh yeah, that's a good.
As
For-
in, our band is not like, we're not a competition band.
Yeah, we don't compete. Which, by the way, I don't think people even know what the competitions are. If you didn't know, marching bands compete, and they competition. Here's why I think personally, I think competition bands is really stupid. Is because it's only no. Personally, I'm not
This is
saying
a very
if you
heated topic.
if you like it, that's cool. But I think it's one
please
of those
comment
things,
down below if you
Please
disagree.
comment down below if you disagree. But if you
Comment.
don't like if you, I think marching band competition is one of those things it's only for the people in the competitions. You can't. I'm gonna go watch.
You can't go watch a
Yeah,
competition.
it's for
I mean,
the
you
people
could.
in band. It's not like I don't know. That's like a big turnoff.
That's
It's not
why
like
marching
you're-
band is not a sport.
If you're interested and you want to see what we're talking about, it's pretty much look on YouTube
yeah,
and
Google
just
like
like
you lazy
just look up
person subscribe to the
DCI
and
or look up like Carolina Crown or one of the,
the blue.
I guess you can call it professional.
Okay,
marching
so if
bands.
you look that up and you see what they do, that is not
nobody's
what we
looking
do.
this up.
no,
Okay,
But-
nobody's gonna
but
look
like-
it up.
alright,
in the
but like,
first
it's
place,
not
but-
like-
All right, what else don't we have? We don't have color guard,
I
which
want
is
a color guard.
Um,
which
I
is
want
the
Which is
girls
girls
with
in
the
band.
flags. So we go to an all guys school. That's not a.
and we all
Which is
want.
called, it's called the Band Boys Podcast. That's why it's.
I
Called.
think we can all agree that we would
other
like
old Duke
girls.
schools have color guards. If we have a color guard, we would have to spend
Yeah,
more
that's
time
true.
on complicated
Other
marching maneuvers.
other
We'd spend more time
all-male
focusing on
schools
music.
have-
It's a win-win.
color guards.
All
from,
the
like-
all the other all male schools in the area have color guards,
but
from
they're also
all female
competitive.
schools around.
It's a competitive.
it's
No.
it's a
Yeah,
competitive,
that's
not competitive.
Also, our band is really small, like
Yeah,
compared to other marching
we're
bands. of schools
we're
that
about
listen
like
to.
50
50
guys.
people.
But what's good with our band, which I like, is we go to every single football game, and we're pretty much
That's
just
true.
We are.
we're,
at
we're
most-
pretty much just there to play for football games, which I like because
Mhm.
we get to travel with the football team, and instead of focusing all the time on having an insane show and all this, we get to have fun at every single football game, and I think that's what makes our band special is other bands don't have as much fun, and instead they just focus on playing their music and running drill
being
all the
serious for
time
competitions.
and like practicing on weekends. Like we practice on Mondays for an hour and a half, on Tuesdays for an hour and a half,
Same time.
and then Thursdays for an hour and a half,
And then Friday,
we
Fridays
have our
we go
game.
entire evening. So
so,
so-
okay,
But like, whoever said that those things can't be the same? Like, are we? Like, I have fun when I'm practicing and I'm marching, or at least I used to have fun. Now I just stand on a podium and yell at
that's why I
people.
got demoted.
That's your
Yeah,
choice.
that's why I got demoted, and Chaz is now the field commander. But back,
That's false.
Yeah.
but back when I used to like march and play the alto, like I had a blast just marching myself and playing, like. And I'm not saying that what we have right now isn't good, but like, it's not mutual. They don't have to be like separate from each other. We can play at all the football games and also do some competitions or have a color guard.
and
Yeah.
Here's the thing: we go to a Midwest high school where football is
We go to a school. So
where football is
basically,
emphasized greater than any other
That's true.
activity.
That's true.
Yeah.
So band,
Other than
band,
swimming.
band, specifically marching band, is kicked to the curb constantly. Whether
It's-
or not people agree with that, it is.
Yeah, just
well,
like
this
and-
year,
I wasn't starting to.
no,
It's
this
hopefully
year
starting to
is
change.
has been good. So even though people may think like we get kicked to the curb, I guess if we didn't go to a game, like if we didn't go to a single game, it could be an away game, whatever. It would be completely different for the football
Yeah.
team, and they would realize like how much we actually.
and they would lose the
impact.
game instantly
And-
because we're
yeah.
the deciding factor.
Because we are the only reason that they win football.
That's true.
We're the 12th man on the
Yeah,
field.
so I mean, with us, it's not bad because band is a way that you can get involved if you like playing music, and we get to go to all the games. We have tons of fun, and personally, I would if it was a competition band, we wouldn't be able to do half the stuff that we
That's
do
probably true.
besides band. Like I know people at other schools which are competition bands.
They do band.
All they
and
do
that's
is
it.
band. And honestly, I'd prefer having the balance, which I think
more
a lot of the
casual.
guys in
Yeah,
our
it's more
band
casual.
would leave if we did competition.
Okay.
Matt hasn't said anything.
Matt's
Matt hasn't said anything
well,
the whole entire
Matt's,
time.
I mean, no.
'cause,
Wait, Matt's the strong silent type. Don't worry. All right, we're moving on. Next question.
They might think that that's not existent.
That person right there in the
Yeah,
window
the one you
watching
can
us,
see in the podcast.
Yeah. He said here the picture's on screen of him holding a Gatorade bar. He says, "How do you ban?" And I'm actually gonna, special guest. We're gonna
Special guest?
We're gonna get him in. We're gonna get him in. We're
All
gonna
right,
get him
warm welcome.
Hey,
warm,
bro, diddly bop.
in. Aiden, not you. Brian, get in here.
warm welcome for Mr. Ramsey.
Yeah. Get in here, Brian.
I'm Mr. Ramsey.
So
This is Brian.
this is Brian,
This is
and I guess
Brian.
I know his first
He
name,
is
last
another
name. so
sophomore.
that's cool.
He's another
Brian,
sophomore.
come over here. So
Brian's a sophomore. Plays the Barry sax,
Yeah.
or allegedly.
Allegedly.
Barry Sax is the big saxophone for
I
those who don't
mean,
know.
the freshman
All
is better.
Okay, Brian. So you asked the question on Instagram. You said, "How do you ban?" And I would like
You
to
answer.
explain what that question means.
You would like me to explain how
So you said, "How do you
Speaking
ban?"
in the mic.
Speaking in the mic.
I have to explain that?
Yeah.
Explain how
Explain
do
the
you
question.
Explain how do you ban? How do
Yeah.
you like ban?
I don't think he knows.
I don't know. How do you
That's
Okay.
why you asked the question.
That's why I asked the question.
No, we're asking you to explain the
So
question,
hard.
not to answer. it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain the ban.
Oh.
That was his neck.
Okay,
by the way.
so
Peter, please stop.
ASMR. I don't know what you're talking about. See those
Oh my God.
chiropractic-
Okay.
how do you ban? So it means So it means
No. It's okay. It's okay. Thanks, Brian, for coming in.
Okay, Brian.
Yeah.
He's the Kill Ourselves guy from the
All
vlog.
But I mean, back to the one question you asked. So, I think what makes our band different. So at our high
Was that
school,
the question? The question was, how do you ban?
Well,
No,
I'm
Sean,
back-
it's a
back to
joke.
the
We're
question.
moving on.
Yeah, we're
Sean,
moving-
Sean
moving
is like,
on.
Sean leans back and explains
Cancelled.
like, well, you know, when
No,
it comes to
I'm
ban,
still
it's
on the
like,
other question.
The question is, how do you
I'm on
ban?
the other question. So like,
We're replacing
what-
Sean with Will.
I have more questions.
what makes our band different
Like any
is
of the Wills.
we don't
Any
care
of
about
them.
band as much. So I mean, that's why our band is.
I would say not care as much. I would say we're more casual about it.
Yeah,
that's just
more
evident.
No,
in the
because I
vlogs.
care about bands so much.
That's true. We went to jazz camp.
Okay, Peter.
Dude, jazz camp was sweet, all right, and drum
That,
major academy.
okay,
Alright,
and that
next
is why
question.
Peter's the biggest band nerd in this room.
That's true.
But,
I went to jazz band over this summer, and it was
but-
sweet.
Sean went too.
But I'm not
Matt's-
talking about it.
Matt's probably gonna go soon.
We're gonna talk about it eventually.
here's the
Not
thing.
today, but
I'm
Here's
planning
the
on
thing.
going
I'm just saying,
tomorrow.
I'm not psychotic about band. Like I do swimming, and like I do
Jeffrey-
aspiring doctors.
Jeffrey E.
That stands for FC.
I know. Really.
I don't know who Jeffrey Epstein
Dude, don't
is,
say his last name.
but I'm
Like-
glad he didn't kill himself, and I hope he's okay.
But like, okay, so like,
hey, dude,
all,
let me see this.
all I'm trying to say here is like, I think we're painting a really negative picture of like what marching band can be, and like this is probably just me going off my propaganda about how everybody should be doing their smart music, but like,
What is smart music, Peter?
smart music?
Not because I don't know. That's not the reason I'm asking.
He
the
doesn't do
question.
his smart music. That's why he doesn't.
None of you
know.
guys do your smart music.
But that's not
That's-
true.
here's-
I've
here's
all
why.
my
Smart
I've done
music-
all my smart music.
music.
bro.
Actually, Matt, you explain what smart music is.
All right, so our band director
Matt?
was like, "Yo, chumps, here's his program. It has songs in it. Basically,
You should
record
record
yourself
yourself on
playing the song to the track, and then send it to me so I can critique."
Well, like while you're while you're
nobody
playing
does
along,
it.
but like while you're playing along with the recording, it grades you. So like it can tell when you're playing a right note or wrong note if you got the rhythm right. And it's actually really helpful. Back when I used to play in marching band, I actually did use it, and it helped me like get my solo down for Incredibles and stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
Okay,
gonna move
Jazz
on.
has the
We're gonna move on to the
Raymond
next.
has the notepad now with the
Okay.
questions. I gave it to him.
First of all, my name is Raymond. Let's
Wait,
just all
let's talk
agree
about
on
what.
that.
Let's talk about why his name was Chaz.
All right,
So
so
there's a
here's
senior. When I was a freshman,
Uh-huh.
there's a senior that on the first day of band, I wouldn't tell anybody my name, and so he said, "Your name is Chaz."
He said you look like a Chaz.
He said, "You look like a Chaz."
Who
And
was it?
so
Casson.
so from then on, I was
Wait, Cassie
named.
was a junior.
No, I
when
think
you
it was
were-
He was a
all-
junior. I'm sorry, he was a junior.
It was not all.
Oh.
I remember this.
And so
Remember this
he gave me the name Chaz, and for some reason it has stuck until now. I'm a junior.
It's a little bit. It's
Almost
gone.
halfway
It's,
through
it's
junior
gone
year.
away a little bit.
It has gone away a bit, but it has also run its course. So every time somebody calls me Chaz now, I just cringe.
We've called you that multiple times. in this
And
recording.
people have called me that multiple times in the past 20 minutes.
But I mean,
So-
like, he got a haircut. So, like,
So I got a haircut,
Now,
so now
he's
it's-
gone. Now he's gone from like
He-
grungy Chaz to like
Yeah.
business casual Raymond.
Yeah,
he used to look like Post Malone as a high schooler.
yeah. Okay. Next
Post Malone
question.
had
okay.
a baby with one of the.
Next
chipmunks.
question is from Pernille, and he says, "Should I come back senior year?"
Yes.
Yes, Pernille, you should come back senior
Yeah,
year. And if
definitely.
you don't, then I'm probably gonna cry.
I mean, the altos needed.
I know. I'll cry.
The alto
Like-
section is really needing it right
Sean,
now.
you
Yeah,
coming
like,
back
we
to
only,
band
we only
next
have
year?
two members right now. They're having intonation
he's a
issues.
senior.
And
That's
Pernille's a
so
talented player. So
Funny.
Pernille, please come back. I love you.
Johnny Boy 9800 asks,
Is that-
"Who's Joe?"
I think he's referring to a member of our band named Joe.
No, he's referring to the joke. Who is Joe? Okay.
Who is
next
Joe?
question.
No. Who is
Wait,
Joe?
wait,
Joey.
Who's Joe?
Joey
is Joe?
The freshman who's the
If you know who
trumpet
Joe is,
Yeah.
comment
If you know
below.
who Joe is, comment who Joe is.
I think he plays trumpet.
He plays the fiddlesticks.
Joseph Mother.
Okay, well, we've pretty much expended all the questions that have to do with band here. So,
Yeah, there's some random ones.
so we're gonna talk about. Let's just talk about band and.
No, let's move on. All right, who's got any really?
Let's talk politics. Republican or
no,
Democrat?
no.
Matt!
What?
No.
Peter
Alright.
is a confirmed Trump supporter.
Not
You
to
told
be
me.
political, but what is mac and cheese? Like, it's good, but
Alright.
what is it?
All right, on that topic, let's talk about who here actually knows how to cook, because I feel like I feel like you know how to cook.
I certainly know how to cook.
Yes,
My mom is a chef.
I
She's
feel
taught
like
me over
a
years.
lot of my friends do not know how to cook.
I could certainly
I know how
cook
to
a
cook.
5-star meal better than any
Alright,
of you.
I have a basic
All
understanding.
right, next
That's how I-
podcast you will listen to me and Raymond
I
Face
might
off.
get different people for the next podcast.
Please
Face
do.
off.
Please do.
Oh!
Like, this right here is horrible.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
Peter, it's
like,
because you're included. So.
like yeah,
That's fine.
like maybe keep Matt, but the rest of us gone.
All right.
I like how we're talking about the next
So
podcast
cooking.
in this person.
Yeah, guys, check
Cooking.
out Nicknames channel for the next podcast. It's
All
probably
right,
already up by now.
cooking. So, I feel like people should focus.
Why are we
on-
talking about cooking? This is a band podcast.
No, it's whatever. We can talk about whatever. We're
So,
all
like-
in band, so we'll talk about
so
band.
like I have my Schmuckers PB&J Uncrustables, and I just take it out of the bag and like put it in the soup, and then just kind of
You put it in
Okay,
the
so
soup.
All right, this is getting
basically,
cutted.
It's like the chicken broth like sinks
Yes.
in, and it's very umami. So.
all right. On that
Umami.
note, no, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Okay. So who has any really wacky, funny stories from band?
I have a
Okay,
really
so
wacky-
Cassian had diarrhea and he went to the bathroom, right?
All right, that's getting cut.
So no, this is good. This is good. So he goes to the bathroom. On his way there, he starts to shit himself because he has diarrhea and it's like explosive. He
Where
can't
was
control
this?
it. This was my freshman year. My boy Cass 420 had
AKA the creator of the Chaz nickname.
yeah, aka the creator of Chaz nickname, had explosive diarrhea and he starts shitting his pants on his way to the bathroom. And when he gets there and he gets in the stall, he just lets all hell rip loose. And he's just like, there's tears involved, there's blood, there's sweat, there's
Wait,
mucus,
that's
there's saliva.
false.
It's actually fucking nasty, right?
Did this actually
But-
happen?
Yeah, this actually happened. Okay, but in the
I've not heard
meantime,
of
all of us fellas were just, vibing in the stands. And one thing we used to like to do is whenever Cassie went to the bathroom, we'd take some water from the water cooler and pour it in his trumpet. But the thing is that at this point in time, the temperature in the water, like the temperature outside, it dropped
Yeah.
below freezing, so it was like 22 degrees outside. So we started pouring the water in there, and just like enough to get like stuck in there, but not like it's gonna pour out or
This was
anything.
a common thing that they did all the time.
It
Pouring
was-
water
it was-
in Caston's trumpet was every single game they did
It
this.
was hilarious.
It wasn't that funny, but they thought it was
It
funny.
was very funny.
It
But,
only
like,
got funny when this story happened.
But like, we didn't realize that it was actually like below freezing, so we didn't think anything about it. Meanwhile, Caston's in the bathroom, just like smashing his asshole with diarrhea, and it comes to the end, and he goes to grab some toilet paper, and he realizes there's none left in there.
Oh.
And as you can imagine, he's already got some on his pants, he's got some on the seat, he's got some all over his cheeks. Like, it's such a mess. So he starts to ask the stall next to him if they can spare a square to use a Seinfeld quote.
No, hold on. What actually happened?
Sean's gonna go back to the,
I'm
the
getting-
anatomy of
no,
the toilet.
no.
I'm getting there. I'm
Here-
getting
here's
there.
what happened.
I'm getting there.
Instead of asking,
No, I'm getting there.
No, he's
Go.
going.
Yeah. So he asked, As it turns out, there's nobody next to him, so the 2 minutes he spent yelling, "Can I have some toilet paper?" were completely pointless, right? So then he eventually has to like kind of squat down and army crawl.
Mission Impossible theme.
Yeah, and, like Mission Impossible theme starts playing. Ethan Hunt's there. He's great. He has to crawl underneath to the next, thing. There's probably like dirt and piss all over the ground. Grab like the toilet paper and wipe his ass to cleanse himself of the diarrhea.
All right, here's the funny part though. So he was calling out. He didn't think anyone was in the stall. So when he goes under to grab it, there is someone in the stall. So he goes to grab it. Meanwhile, the person just sitting there just stares at. They just see a hand of like a high schooler reaching up looking for the toilet paper. Like
That makes
then
it sort of funny.
so after he's done with the bathroom, he gets back. There's a little bit on his uniform.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
my God.
I was the one who put some water in his trumpet. So he doesn't know this. He gets back. We're about to play. Grabs his trumpet. Goes to play. Water just projectile
Which, by the
vomits
way,
out of his
it
trumpet.
doesn't hurt the trumpet. It hurts woodwinds.
Yeah, it doesn't
No,
hurt
it
the
actually
glass.
sometimes
I mean, it
helps.
sounds good to dump water in someone's
Yeah,
trumpet.
But,
Sean.
But it was
it's
funny.
But it was
It's
funny.
Do it for the meme.
Yeah.
Peter, I have a question. Why is it that when you are field commanding that you wave your arms around? Because everyone just makes fun of you, not in band, but everyone else. I don't think anyone knows why you do that.
No one knows why you do it, and everybody thinks
Well,
that it looks
because,
absolutely ridiculous.
Allegedly, I'm supposed to be
It does.
keeping tempo.
However,
But, like,
no one follows
like,
it.
it's, the snare drum set, like Will and Aiden, they take care of that. I only do it because that's what you're supposed to do, and I'm allegedly, like I said, keeping tempo. But it's Will and Aiden. Otherwise, I'd just be like vibing.
This is the outro.
And, like,
Set a musical outro.
Alright, guys.
Actually, this is the outro song.
Thank you, everybody, listening
you,
to the
everybody, for
podcast.
listening.
This
Yeah.
is that Band Boys podcast coming out. I don't know how often, but thank you for listening. This has
We'll be
been.
back.
If you're interested in more fun stories, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that little bell.
Yeah, and watch the band vlog where all of us are in it at some point.
Comment what you think about this podcast as well.
Yeah, and thanks for watching. Wait, what, Matt?
Oh, sorry. One last thing. Don't forget to tell us who Joe is.
Don't forget to
Yeah.
tell us
Yeah,
who Joe
don't forget
is.
to tell us who Joe is. And Peter, got any final words?
I peed and shitted and farted.
Cut. Beautiful first podcast.
I'm